Hey guys, what's up? It's Kathy. I was way too excited about announcing my name there. And I'm back with another Hip Kit Club layout. And this time I'm using the June Hip Kits. I did a previous unboxing, so now I'm getting into it. And the first thing I did was not know where to start because I love I love too much stuff in it. I love everything in it. So I kind of didn't really know where I was gonna go. But I wanted to use that shine, you'll see it later, this shine light bulb cut file that Kim Watson designed. And so I do. But when I opened up the cut file, I found these little kind of starbursts as well. And I was just like, oh, I'm going to put some starbursts on the paper too. So I used two cut files. So I'm just backing it. The first thing I did was back the large ones with the Dear Lizzie Happy Place floral with the little daisies and everything. That's so cute. And then I backed the small ones with some pink paisley fancy free. And now I'm backing the medium ones with the exclusive stripes. And all I'm doing with that yellow piece is just so that it doesn't get caught when I put it in a scrapbook album. I'm just gluing a piece to the back of it so that I don't have to worry about all the little pieces glued to the back. So that's why I just picked a random piece of cardstock I had that I wasn't concerned about because it's probably not a color I would normally use. I must have glue or something on my paper. So I'm deciding that I want to take the cutout parts of the starburst. This I already had this idea when I cut it out that I was going to offset it with the original cutouts. So that, there we go. Just speed through that because it does take a little while to get them all glued down. So just that it's kind of peeking through as opposed to like a huge amount of pattern paper. So I love this shine light bulb. And what I wanted to do was use that really bright, beautiful geometric. But I wanted to kind of mute it. So I was going to use the basil vellum. And in the picture, like when you see it here, it looks fine, but up close it didn't. So I switched out the vellum with some vellum I had of my own, which you could tell was a little bit more see-through. So I like that because it's really letting the color go through. And I just wanted the color, but it to be kind of a little bit muted down. So I'm going to glue that down to it and then cut out around it. So give me a sec while I go off camera and cut it out. And then I'm going to glue it all down and cut it all out. And you'll see me kind of go a little off screen with that because I just kind of need to go off screen. Okay, so I'm back. I've cut it all out. I'm fussy cutting now because I can see little edges. I couldn't find the heart from the shine. The shine had a little heart dot for the eye, and I couldn't find it. Didn't find it till after the layout was finished. So I used one of the little cute flowers from the Jelly Bean Soup wood veneers to dot my eye, which I think is really cute. I like how that turned out. So I'm using these two photo strips that I created of my daughter. She had this book outside, and it's a really cute book. I bought it for her when she was a baby, and I just love the images in it. Anyway, she was insisting that she show me every single page of the book and that I take a picture of her. So I did because she was looking so cute. And I wanted to scrap them, and I wanted to scrap them as a series. So I decided to do them as these long photo strips. And I am using the back side. I think it's called Skipping Through the Park. And I'm trying to get it to look like stripes. So I have to pick carefully where I lay it down, just so that it does end up just looking like vertical stripes around it. You can kind of see how that looks. A little bit different than the actual pattern. So I'm going to back each one with that. And I ran out of tape. So I'm going to back each one. Then I'm going to back each one with this kind of limey, yellowy ombre one from Pink Paisley, and I know what you're thinking, like, I can't believe you cut up that swatch, but I have another one, so I would definitely be using the other side for something. But I just wanted that color. I wanted to bring in some of that yellow color. And then I decided I want to put them together more because they're just taking up too much space on the layout. You can kind of see, like, if I don't put them together, they're quite wide. So I'm not losing anything by covering them up. And then I realized that there's blue in the light bulb and there's no blue anywhere else. So I decided to pull in a little bit of blue. So I cut up the gorgeous floral from Simple Stories. I know, I know. But as I said, I have another one. But I cut it up to use the blue, as you can see there. Because I do love that other side, that blue. And then I cut a strip off. I don't like the blue on one side. So I just leave like one strip of blue. And then I cut it up and used the florals. So, so I did a lot of layering. There's a lot of layers going on here. I went kind of crazy with this layout and used like everything. I don't know what it is about this. I loved May's, excuse me, I loved May's kit a lot, like a lot. But I really love the summer colors in this, and I don't scrapbook a lot of my summer pictures, and I think it's because I just don't have a lot of summer stuff. So this has gotten me into scrapping some of my beautiful sunny pictures. So I wanted the E, the little swoop of the E, to show up. So I like that it's kind of overtopped by photos. And I know that I covered up most of the sunburst on with the pictures, but that's okay. I mean, you can see a little bit of it poking out. So I decided I want to do a paper strip on the bottom, and I just use the branding strip from the Pink Paisley one, and then I thought I wanted to do one on the top. But I find it weighs it down too much. Like, it doesn't look bad. Like, see, but I'm looking at it and I'm going, no, it's not. I get it all suited up, and it could have worked, but I just want more white. So I just do it on the bottom. So I still like it. I still like how it turned out. And now I'm grabbing the wood veneers. And that's kind of where I start. I start with the floral wood veneers, and I think that's because I dotted my eye. So I'm like, well, I'm going to bring in the flowers. And where am I going to put them, and what am I going to cover them with? And I want to do some embellishment clusters with them because I just think they're so cute. And then here's where I think I start to kind of go a little crazy, a little overboard with the decorating. So it's definitely a busy layout at the end, but I really, really like how this turned out. Now, if you were to go this kind of crazy, you might, maybe I didn't really go crazy, but if you were to use as much as I did, you definitely would probably not get like 10 or 20 layouts out of your stuff. But I don't care. I really, really loved doing it. So I'm using the typewriter's ephemera from the exclusive ephemera, and I love the typewriter. I love the color. I love everything about it. And she's got a book, so this is perfect. And then I get some of the Becky Higgins Project Life stuff. There was one that said reading. Perfect. Works perfectly. I brought in the Right Now little tab in the top, which I really like because it brought in a bit of darkness, because the typewriter has black, so that kind of brought more black up to the corner, which I'm really enjoying. And then the little florals, and those are the paper florals are from the ephemera. And the happy, like this makes me happy round one is from Becky Higgins as well. So I'm just kind of gluing down my stuff, and then there's a little quote bubble up at the top that says, and I quote. I just think that's really cute. Just because we're kind of talking about reading and, little things like that. So it all fits to me. I don't have to be themed when I do my stuff. but then I couldn't remember where I put it. So I added a regular flower to each cluster as well as a paper flower. And see, here's where I just start grabbing stuff and remembering I have more things. And then I just stick some of the black stickers down on some of the pictures just for fun, just because I can. I don't really like how that one turned out, that tiny one, but it's okay because it's tiny, so you barely notice it. And because the Becky Higgins ones are silver foil, I wanted to add in a bit more silver, so I added in some of these arrows and I kind of fiddle around with them and where they go and everything like that. And I do have a placement for them at the end. I wanted to do 3 arrows because I like doing 3 of anything. I leave it there for a really long time, but I don't end up leaving it there permanently. I do believe I end up moving it. But I do like the one at the bottom. It just kind of does something down there. So now I've got the brads, and I love the brads, and they've got silver around the edges too, so it brings in more silver. And I'm debating making them centers of the wood flowers, and I almost do, and almost leave them like that, except of course there's no other wood flowers. That part doesn't quite work. I can't remember what that one says, but it says something that's really speaks to what I'm doing. And that's when I decide I'm going to make them the centers of the bursts instead. So I really like how that turned out. Like you can see, I'm just going embellishing crazy on this. So then I use the pop dots to be the centers of the flowers instead. Or not the pop dots. Oh, the enamel dots. And they're Sunshine and Happiness. The brads, I believe, are Sunshine and Happiness too. From Simple Stores. I'm really loving this collection. Oh, something was bothering me, so I had to fix it. But yeah. And then I'm like, oh, I got puffy stickers too. I should totally add in puffy stickers because I'm not done yet, apparently. And I like these little white ones, and I use them in the centers of the other flowers, just to add dimension to the paper flowers. So, you know, I wasn't done enough, apparently. Apparently I had to do even more. But I like how that turned out too. I'm really happy with that. And I do end up curling up the edges of the starbursts, just so they have a little bit more dimension. There I go. And I do have to get my X-Acto knife in under them because I did glue some of them down around the edges, but just a little bit of dimension. And everything else is kind of popped up on foam, dimension too. And the last thing I'm going to do is add in some colorings. The Mandarin Mai Tai colorings. So I know my video is going to cut out, so I just want to say thanks so much for watching, guys. I really love how this layout turned out. It's so fun and busy. Pictures are coming up, and I'll see you in the next video. So bye!